welcome to Chrissy's Coaching Corner. So it has been quite some time since we have had one of these, but things have slowed down just a little bit, not a lot, but enough for me to go back into these. I was finding that reading from Life Coaching for Successful Women by Valorie Burton and going through the exercises with you guys was helpful, and hopefully help someone else as we go through these chapters. So I wanted to get back on this. So we are on chapter 4. The last one we did was chapter 3, probably a couple months ago. I don't even know. But we're on chapter 4. So for those that are just joining in, we started off reading through Life Coaching for Successful Women. I had a couple of episodes before now, so I encourage you to go ahead and take a look at the playlist for Chrissy's Coaching Corner where we started this series and catch up. But chapter 4 will be, the title of chapter 4 is What If It Does Work Out? So what I do is I read the chapter, which is usually like 1 or 2 pages, a really small chapter. And it starts off with a quote, a point to ponder, and then it ends with a challenge and then coaching yourself, which asks you questions to coach yourself. So I just wanted to share my answers to these questions. And then also, if anyone is bold and brave enough to share their answers in the comments, that would be great. But if not, and you feel compelled to do the work on your own, please feel free to do so. I have been finding these to be really helpful, and I hope they've been helping you guys as well. So we'll go ahead and get started. So chapter 4 is titled, What If It Does Work Out? Life is a succession of lessons which must be lived to be understood. So that's the quote by Ralph Waldo Emerson. Now there's a point to ponder. Trusting God means getting comfortable with not knowing all the answers. That's really good. Yeah, so what do we do when we don't know, right? How do we handle those things when we have question marks in terms of how things are going to go? Do we decide to face the challenge head on without knowing and just see where it goes, or do we just let fear stop us? So it's a really good point to ponder. So think about that. Now I'm going to read the chapter. Fear. It creeps up on us, often without a sound or a warning. It asks, what if everything goes wrong? What if I fail? What if I never get what I want? And disastrous answers to those questions can send us down a path of negative thinking that spirals out of control. Psychologists call it catastrophizing. Nope. Catastrophizing. I think, yeah, that's it. Next time it happens, stop fear in its path with the opposite question. What if it does work out? What if you succeed? What if you finally get what you want? What if things go right? Asking those questions can give you a sudden burst of energy. That energy is called hope. It can feel like a small light in a dark place. What if your idea does manifest into all that you hoped? What if that relationship does work out? What if your persistence pays off in spite of your discouragement? What then? Then perhaps it will all have been worth it. This is not to say you should never have a contingency plan, but you can't live life by simply avoiding your fears. Living and working with passion means giving your all because you believe in the possibility of success. You hold more closely to your dreams and desires than to your fears and your doubts. So in this moment, I invite you to consider the challenge or possibility that causes you the most doubt or anxiety? You know the one. That situation that causes the persistent question. What if it doesn't work out the way I hope? And then ask the opposite question. But what if it does work out the way that I hope? Imagine your answer in depth. Take a moment right now and imagine what it would look like for things to work out. Take a deep breath and close your eyes. What would it feel like? Really imagine yourself there. Imagine the people you are with. Imagine what you are doing. Imagine how things are different from the way they are in this moment. So I want you guys to take a moment to really think about something that you have been wanting but have been scared to jump on or have been scared to pursue, and really sit, close your eyes, take a deep breath, and think about what it would feel like if it actually does work out. How would that look for you? Think about that. Now, move forward, focused on the possibilities of your success. Allow your motivation to be a spirit of faith rather than a spirit of fear. That's really good. My challenge to you: choose optimism. Stop obsessing about what might go wrong and put your energy into what could go right. And there's a coach yourself. So the coach yourself is usually a list of questions for you to really sit and reflect on and answer those questions. So we want to consider the thing in your life that you most want but are afraid you will not get. What if it does work out? What will that look like? What action can you take that will demonstrate you are operating in faith rather than fear? So I'm going to go ahead and answer these. I did the work before coming on, and I want to share my answers with you. So there are 3 questions. What if it does work? What will it look like? And what action can you take that will demonstrate you are operating in faith rather than fear? So I put the first 2 questions together. What if it does work out, and what will it look like? So in my perfect world, I am healthy and whole spiritually, physically, and emotionally. I am at complete peace and contentment with myself. I am in a happy, healthy, and whole relationship. Because of my absolute love of myself, I can be in my full feminine energy, which in turn enhances our connection. I have launched my own business, that of a life coach, but also a healer. This venture has become so successful because of my passion to serve others. I no longer work a 9-to-5. My business is paying for me to live life freely. I have reached a point where the courses that I've created, the content and programs that I have put in place make me money in my sleep. I don't work much, maybe a few hours per week, and it is all purposeful. I spend my time traveling, enjoying life, helping and supporting others, and also just being happy. I'm trying to, one sec. Okay, and then in terms of the last question, what action can you take that will demonstrate you are operating in faith rather than fear? I have praying diligently and walking in faith, which is easier said than done sometimes, right, guys? Do all the things that are in my heart despite my fears and allow things to unfold. Put all of my energy into doing and not worrying. So for me, it was a really good exercise to complete, because fear can stop us and stifle our growth. It can stop us from doing things that we were destined to do. We are all here for a purpose. I say this quite often. We're all here for a purpose. God put something in each and every one of us, and it is our responsibility to get that out to the world, to leave this place better than when we got here. And those gifts are meant to be left here, right? To make the world a better place. So I want you to really think about that and try to do this work. So ask yourself the question, well, consider the thing in your life that you most want but are afraid you will not get. What if it does work out? What will that look like? And what actions can you take that will demonstrate you are operating in faith rather than fear? So go ahead and take some time throughout the course of the week to really think through those questions. And I hope that was helpful. I hope that'll be helpful. Our next session will be, the title is going to be, Are You In It to Win It? And we'll talk about that, and we'll go through that topic and section the next time we meet. I would love to do these every Sunday as a soulful Sunday coaching session, but we'll see how next week goes. Things have been busy. But with that being said, we will touch base next time. So have a good one, everyone.